So I said this name wrong. Makai was the one to correct me. He said it's not pronounced Chthonic. It's not pronounced Chthonic. It is pronounced tonic. It is Taiwanese. I don't know what it means. We can look up what it means. No meaning. Tonic, sometimes typeset tonic with a capital C, or tonic, CH capital T, HONI capital C, is a Taiwanese heavy metal band formed in 1995 in Taipei. They have been called the Black Sabbath of Asia. The group incorporates influences from the traditional Taiwanese music, including adaptations of folk songs and the use of traditional instruments, most notably the erhu, often called the hiana, in the band's native Taiwanese Hokkien. Their stated goal is to use their music to bring ancient history and mythology into the modern era, especially to build awareness of the myths of Taiwan and tragic events in that country's history. For example, those experienced by the Sidik people. Since 2011, their trademark eru has been complemented with stringed instruments including the koto, I know what a koto is, the shamisen, as well as Tibetan bells, and shakuhachi, and Sidik hunting flutes, Chinese, the latter of which are traditionally used by the Aboriginal people of Taiwan. The band members are also acclaimed artists and political activists who advocate independence for Taiwan and self-determination for the Tibetans and Uyghurs. Singer Freddie Lim served as chairman of the Taiwan chapter of Amnesty International from 2010 to 2014 and has been a legislator since 2016, first representing the New Power Party before becoming an independent. Since their formation, Tonic has released 8 studio albums, the most recent of which, Battlefields of Asura, was released in October 2018. This is a long one. I hope you guys are ready for this. Tonic was formed in 1995, and the band's name Tonic is a Greek term referring to the earth and the underworld. In the West, the term is usually pronounced Chthonic. The original members were Freddie Lim and some of his classmates from high school and university. The lineup went through many changes before the band released their debut album in 1998. By that point, the lineup had settled around Freddie Lim on vocals and eru, Zach Chung on guitar, Cho Yu. I think that's pronounced Cho because we have a Chinese guy in our flight now, so I'm learning how to pronounce Chinese Mandarin words. Zhao, it literally looks like Zhao. I think it's Zhao Yu on bass, Zhao Wang on drums, and Ambrosia on keyboards and backing vocals. Tonic became quite popular in the rock scene in Taiwan. It played to a full house at Vibe, the main rock club in Taipei at that time, and played as headliners for large rock festivals like Spring Scream. They released their first single, Deep Plowing, in early 1998. In their early years, Tonic tried different styles of heavy metal. Lim sang clean vocals in The Breath of Ocean. The early song, Cultivating, can be classified as power metal, while Decomposition of the Mother Owl, Aboriginal Gods, and Throne is black metal. Keyboardist Ambrosia occasionally sang in the early songs as well from the start. Lim has been writing songs in Taiwanese, classical, Chinese, and Mandarin Chinese. More recent albums has been released in English versions as well. Success in Asia. Tonic's debut album, Where the Ancestors' Souls Gathered, was released in late 1998. The band released the album independently, and it reached number 2 on the Tower Records pop music chart for Asia. In 1999, Zach Zhao Yu and Zhao Wang left the band, were replaced by Jesse Liu, Doris Ye, and AJ Sai, respectively. The band recorded their second album, Ninth Empyrean, which was released in Taiwan by Crystal Records in 2000. It reached number 1 on the Tower Records pop music chart for Asia and was also considered one of the best 10 Mandarin albums of the year by Hong Kong's MCB magazine. This album's music style is closer to symphonic black metal, with Lim adopting harsh vocals mixed with keyboards, Ambrosia female singing. The song Guard the Owl Eternally was the first Chthonic song to mix Asian pentatonic scale melodies with black metal. In 2000, Chthonic appeared at the Fuji Rock Festival, one of the biggest rock festivals in Japan, and embarked on their first international tour through Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore. In Hong Kong, they signed with Catalyst Action Records, and in Japan, Soundholic was their distributor. In 2001, keyboardist Ambrosia left the band and was replaced by Vivian Chen. Chthonic then recorded their third album, Relentless Recurrence, which was based on the legendary Taiwanese ghost story Lin To Ji. The album was recorded in Denmark and released in Taiwan by Crystal Records in 2022. The album retains the symphonic black metal style mixed with Taiwanese elements. Relentless Recurrence was also the first Chthonic album written entirely in Taiwanese. In 2002, the band completed their second international tour and played at the old stadium of National Taiwan University with traditional Taiwanese lion drums and a traditional Taiwanese orchestra. Success in Europe and the United States. In 2002, Chthonic signed with Nightfall Records in the United States and released an English version of the Ninth Imperium in North America. All subsequent Chthonic albums have been released internationally in English versions. In 2002, the band played festivals in the United States, Japan, and Hong Kong, and toured with Swedish black metal band Dark Funeral. In late 2002, keyboardist Vivian Chen left the band and was replaced by Louis Wei. In 2003, the band released the single Satan's Horns, which was used as the theme song for the Taiwanese release of the movie Freddy vs. Jason. In 2003, they won the Best Band Award at the Taiwan Global Melodies Award ceremony. 2004, Alexia Lee replaced Louis Wei on keyboards, and Danny Wang replaced AJ Sai on drums. In 2005, the band released their fourth album, Cetic Bale, which is based on the Wuxie incident. In addition to symphonic black metal mixed with Taiwanese elements, Cetic Bale featured increased use of Eryu, blast beats, and female vocals, including a guest appearance by pop singer Sandy Chan. The album was released in Mandarin Chinese and English versions, with both integrating some Cetic and Japanese lyrics. The album also supported donations for the movie project Cetic Bale, directed by Wei Taishang. In turn, donated the film's trailer for Chtonic's use in the music video for Quasi Putrefaction. After the release of Cetic Bale, keyboardist Alexia Lee left and was replaced by CJ Cao. The Eru player Sunong also joined the band. In early 2006, Chthonic held a Decade on the Throne concert in the Huashan Culture Park, Taipei. To celebrate their 10th anniversary, the band released a DVD of that concert. The compilation album Pandemonium and the book Chthonic Dynasty via Eurasian Books. Cetic Bale English version was released in 2006 and 2007 in many countries. In Japan, it was released by Howling Bull, in North America by Megaforce Records, and in Europe by SPV Records. The album was also released in several South American and Asian countries. Revolver cited Chthonic as the band to watch, and England's Alternative Vision awarded them Band of the Month. In 2006, Lim founded the annual Megaport Music Festival, Taiwan's largest rock music event after a hiatus when he went into politics. Lim continues to organize the annual event. In 2007, Chthonic were featured as a second stage act in 2007 Ozfest tour. The band named that year's tour Unlimited Taiwan Tour to draw awareness to the fact that the United Nations does not recognize Taiwan. This symbolic protest was covered by the U.S. mainstream media, including ABC Television, New York Times, Los Angeles Times, Washington Post, and others. That year, they also toured with Nile, Dath, Obituary, Cradle of Filth, Marduk, and Sephirim and 3 Inches of Blood while playing in several European countries. A book titled Guts, featuring a diary of Unlimited Taiwan tour, was released in Europe and Asia. International recognition 2008 to 2013. This is a long one. Chthonic released the album Mirror of Retribution in 2009 on Spine Farm Records, produced by Anthrax guitarist Rob Saganio. Mirror of Retribution is based on February 28th incident and features guest appearances by singer Sandy Chan, and Francine Bocher of the band Echoes of Eternity. The album was released in Taiwanese and English versions. The British music magazine Kerrang! Called the album top-notch metal, and Freddie Lim appeared on the cover of the Terrorizer magazine. During this period, bassist Doris Ye became the band's spokesperson and business manager, taking over the roles performed by Freddie Lim since the band's formation in 1995. Ye has since earned a great amount of publicity, speaking about the band's political beliefs in magazines like Monocle in the United Kingdom, Metropolis in Japan, and Kakao in Taiwan. Ye has also been recognized as a model and sex symbol, appeared on the cover of the Taiwanese version of Body magazine, and regularly being selected as one of the sexiest women in music by Revolver and the Taiwanese version of FHM. Chthonic was named Best International Artist in 2009 at the Tibetan Music Awards. Uryu player Sunong left the band in 2009 with Lim taking over that instrument. After many early changes, the lineup of Freddie Lim, Doris Ye, Jesse Liu, Danny Wang, and CJ Cowell has remained intact since 2009. In the 2009 Terrorizer Readers polls, the band was voted number 2 for the best band, number 2 for the best album, and number 2 for the best performance. Freddie Lim was voted number 3 for the best singer, Doris Ye was voted number 2 for the best bass player, Jesse Liu was voted number 7 for the best guitarist, and Danny Wang was voted for number 8 for the best drummer. Ye and Lim were also number 9 and number 10 respectively at best individual performer, making Chthonic the only band to have 2 members in the top 10 for that category. In 2009 and 2010, Chthonic continued to tour internationally, including stints with Satyricon, Bleeding Through, and Arch Enemy, plus appearances at several major heavy metal festivals in Asia and Europe. In 2010, the band released the digital single Painkiller, a Judas Priest cover. Their 6th album, Takasago Army, which is the album we will be looking at today, was released on Spine Farm Records in 2011. This album is based on the story of the Takasago volunteers, Taiwanese Aboriginal soldiers who fought for Japan during World War II. The album included guest appearances from singer Yu Tian and Chang Yawan, and Taroko musician Puppeteer Wuka on Gaku flute. Main songwriters Freddie Lim and Jesse Liu stated that Takasago Army marked a reversal in the band's writing, as the songs were first written in a traditional Taiwanese folk format but were then played with heavy metal techniques. Doris Ye stated that the Western definition of heavy metal, whether it is black metal or death metal, cannot easily define Chthonic's style, thus having to choose a term. The band uses the term Orient Metal. Takasago Army reached number 109 on Japan's Oricon music chart, and the video for the song Takao, Takeo, was nominated for the 2012 Golden Melody Award in Taiwan for the best music video. The album was featured in an international metal magazines Revolver, Terrorizer, and Metal Hammer, and was named the year's best melodic black metal album by the critics' webzine Metal Storm. Furthermore, Boulevard Brutal, a French music critics site, selected Takasago Army as the best black metal album of the year, and the Japanese rock magazine Burn awarded the band a number 7 rank for the best album of the year and number 23 for the best heavy metal band. After more international touring in North America, Europe, and Asia, including stints with Arch Enemy, Devil Driver, and Skeleton Witch, never fucking heard of that band, in October 2011, Chthonic organized a concert at Taiwan's remote Xingling Temple, a historical landmark mentioned in their last 3 albums. This concert featured a guest appearance by singer Randy Bliff of Lamb of God. That's cool. Didn't realize he was a big part of this. While selected fans from outside of Taiwan were given free plane tickets to travel to the concert, the competition for tickets was covered widely in Taiwanese media. In early 2012, Chthonic released a DVD of the Xingling Temple concert. It also made some acoustic appearances at Eslite, is that how you say it? Eslite bookstores in Taiwan. In 2012, Chthonic supported Lamb of God in Asia. That's badass. While ESP Guitars released customized models for bassist Doris Yeah, and guitarist Jesse Liu. Chthonic continued to play major festivals in Europe and Asia, with former Megadeth guitarist Marty Friedman appearing with the band at Japan's Fuji Rock Festival. The band's 7th studio album, Boutique, was released in 2013 worldwide through Spine Farm Records. The album cover for Boutique depicts a nude female with white hair wielding a sword in her right hand and a prosthetic gun on her left arm. Recent events, 2014 to present. Timeless Sentence, a live album featuring acoustic arrangements of songs from the 2 previous studio albums, was released in late 2014 by Spine Farm Records. In an interview, the band indicated that this will be their last acoustic album. Freddie Lim then expanded his political activities, founding the New Power Party in early 2015. In January 2016, Lim was elected to Taiwan's Legislative Yuan, representing Taipei City Constituency 5. He was then assigned to the Foreign and National Defense Committee. Wow, that's crazy. A freaking lead singer was put in a government position. That's awesome. And has formed a caucus to address issues in Tibet. So there is a lead singer that's currently running for U.S. president. The lead singer of Attila is currently running for president in the U.S. Or at least I thought he was. Chris Franzak. What is this? In March 2017, Chthonic played at the Mega Sport Music Festival. Bassist Doris Yeah was absent due to recently giving birth, and Shingo of Sex Machine Guns filled in. A new song titled Souls of the Revolution featuring Randy Bly was released in 2017 of December. The song is featured in the band-produced film Tixiang, which was released in Taiwan on 29th of December 2017. The film, in development since 2015, and also featuring Bly, is an action comedy starring the members of Chthonic as political activists trying to stop a developmental project in a small Taiwanese village. A soundtrack album featuring Souls of the Revolution and incidental score music was released in Asia. At the 2018 Megaport Music Festival, Chthonic performed another new song called A Crimson Skies Command. Chthonic's 8th and most recent album, Battlefields of Asura, was released on October 10th, 2018. In December 2018, Chthonic was unable to perform with cantopop singer what's Cantonese pop? Is that what that is? Denise Ho in Hong Kong, since their work visa application was rejected due to domestic security reasons. The band ultimately ended up performing the song Millennia's Faith Undone remotely via Facebook. Thanks to Taiwan's success in handling the COVID-19 pandemic, the country authorized a return of the Megaport Music Festival in March 2021, organized by Freddie Lim and headlined by Chthonic, with 100 mostly Taiwanese rock bands in March 2023. The band issued their first release in 5 years, the single Patoken. And we checked this out on a live stream, which addresses Taiwan's White Terror period. What is a White Terror? Don't know what that is. Activism and lyrical themes. Chthonic singer Freddie Lim is notably active in the Taiwanese political scene and supports the country's independence movement. He has been active in the Taiwan Association for Human Rights, Amnesty International, serving as president of that group's Taiwan chapter from 2010 to 14. And other non-governmental human rights organizations. In 2003 and 2009, he promoted the Free Tibet concert in Taiwan. 2007, Lim and other artists organized an international music festival to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the February 28th incident. What is that? Entitled Spirit of Taiwan. With justice we cure this nation. He is now a representative in the legislative yuan. In addition, bassist Doris Ye has endorsed the Awakening Foundation, a women's rights organization in Taiwan. In February 2009, Lim and Ye protested with human rights activists at the Taipei Zoo Panda exhibit, which symbolized China's attempts to establish soft power relations with Taiwan. In August 2009, many Aboriginal villages in Taiwan were heavily damaged by Typhoon Mortalcott, and Chthonic donated the proceeds from 2 concerts to an Aboriginal organization. Lim personally carries supplies into the disaster areas. In March 2011, after the northeastern Japan earthquake, I remember that was the one that happened at Hachinohe, Sendai earthquake. After the northeastern Japan earthquake, Chthonic raised and donated over 1 million. I'm guessing that's Taiwanese money for relief efforts. During Chthonic's 2011 North American tour, they received a threatening letter from unknown Chinese persons. The band is also banned in parts of China for their political views. The band's lyrics are often based on the defiant spirit of early Taiwanese colonizers, fictional wars between Aboriginal gods and Han Chinese gods, Taiwanese folklore and mythology, historical events such as the Wuxi incident and February 28th incident, and the formation of the Takasago volunteers prior to the album Cedic Bale. Most of the band's lyrics were written in classical Chinese, which is rarely used in contemporary Chinese or Taiwanese music, and sung with Mandarin pronunciation. Starting with the album Mirror of Retribution, the lyrics are written and sung in Taiwanese Hokkien. Some songs may include verses in Japanese, Mandarin Chinese, or Formosan languages. Starting with Cedic Bale, the band has released alternate versions of their albums for the international market, with some songs remixed with English lyrics. Performance. Chthonic is also known for their unique stage costumes, which originally included corpse paint, similar to that used by many Scandinavian black metal bands, from which Chthonic drew their early inspiration from. Starting in 1998, Chthonic incorporated some Taiwanese elements and characteristics into their stage attire, such as the 8 Generals of Hell, glyphs on Freddie Lim's forehead. Keyboardist CJ Cao uses a cloth inscribed with Chinese characters wrapped around his head, which in mythology is a spell to raise Chinese vampires from the dead. Wow, that's crazy. With the release of the album Takasago Army in 2011, Chthonic changed to costumes inspired by Asian military or martial arts attire. They stopped using corpse paint because the band members found it tedious to put on before concerts. Fans often toss hell money during Chthonic's stage performances to pay tribute to the lost souls described in the songs and to create a dark atmosphere. People with Chinese culture who are unfamiliar with Chthonic may find this offensive or disrespectful because the practice is considered to be taboo. The band is also known for burning the flag of the Kuomintang party, of whom the band are well-known critics, first doing so in the video for the song 49 Theurgy Change. This aroused some controversy. A while back I looked at this song from Voodoo, I can't remember what it was called. It was called Theocracy. The name of the song was called Voodoo Kung Fu. I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is crazy. I guess apparently that was whenever it was under the Qin dynasty, or I can't remember. But it was fucking nuts. It's on the channel. The uncut version is on my Patreon, however. But yeah, that was a pretty crazy video. The members of Chthonic. Current members: Freddie Lim, the left face of Mardu is his nickname. Lead vocals, and Eru. Let's see what an Eru looks like. Doris Ya, Thunder Tears is her nickname. Bass, backing vocals. Jesse Liu, the Infernal, guitarist and backing vocals. Danny Wong, Azathothean hands on drums. CJ Cow, dispersed fingers on keyboards and synthesizer. The former members of Chthonic are the following: Ellis on guitars, Zach Chung guitars, Null guitars, Man 6 bass, Xiao Yu bass, Terry drums, Zhao Wang drums, AJ on drums, Ambrosia on keyboards, Vivian Chen on keyboards, Cheryl on keyboards, Louis Wei on keyboards and backing vocals, Alexia on keyboards, Sunong the Bloody String on Uru. The studio albums are the following: Where the Ancestors' Souls Gathered, Ninth Empyrean, Relentless Recurrence, Cetic Bale, Mirror of Retribution, Takasago Army, Boutique, Battlefields of Asura. Without further ado, the first track is called The Island. That's it. So pretty interesting intro. It kind of makes you feel like you just arrived on an island, kind of just like whether it be invading or I'm pretty sure that this is, they said they pulled the soldiers for Japan in World War II, right? So I'm guessing this is the start of World War II, where they actually pulled people from Taiwan to join the Japanese army. The Japanese army is cruel, very, very cruel, and they're very forceful on people joining the military, and yeah, pretty interesting though. It's very different from what I normally listen to, but I do like it so far.